platform or in a smaller space. Here's my Premula. I'm gonna take a little sip and we're gonna get started with a meat tenderizer from Prepology. This is the secret for how you get your chicken, your steaks, juicy, tender, how you get all of those marinades and seasonings infused into the protein rather than having it just sit on the top. Look at the clearance price. We are kicking off with a bang. First day presented to you at $11.99. There are 72 blades here that you are going to use to press all of those channels into your proteins. You are looking at a savings that brings this home to you for under $12. This color right here is going to be your ocean, this is your aqua. We have it for you in the red, which is called tomato. And then we also have the ocean blue option for you on QVC.com. Two more. Here's cracked pepper. Only 170 to go around in cracked pepper. And we do have lime for you as well. $11.99. This is K90382. Now this is no reorder. We're down to the final quantities. So make sure you go ahead and place your order. Give us a call, 800-500-7590. The wonderful Susie Hassan is joining us. Susie, it's great to see you.
It's so great to be here, and this is one of my favorites because I'm a steak girl. I love it, okay? And this is going to be the easiest way to get more flavor into your meat, your steak, your chicken, your pork. So here's what you're going to do. This, you're going to press down into your meat, and as I do, I'm going to do it before I do it, but here, there's 72 stainless steel blades that actually pop out of here every time you press down. And so here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add my olive oil right here onto my steak. I'm gonna add my seasonings. Any seasonings you want, even if it's just salt and pepper. And here's what's gonna happen. Every time that you press down, the seasoning that you put on top of that meat is pressing down into the meat. So instead of just seasoning the outside, which is what we always do, and there you can see, those are the 72 stainless steel blades pushing in. Every time I push down, 72 blades, 72 blades. That's creating little channels inside of the meat. It's pulling down the olive oil. It's pulling down all the seasoning, pulling down all the flavorful marinades that we put in there. So instead of just getting the top layer with seasoning on it, it makes more sense that the seasoning goes into the meat, right? And so now the entire meat is flavored, and I get really fun and creative, and I do one side with one type of
seasoning
and the other side with another type of seasoning.
That's great.
And I go wild.
That's amazing.
It really it makes it so flavorful, Rach. And the other thing too is it helps with the fat distribution. So
got it.
Here I've got you got some decent marbling in this steak, but when you press down and you break up the fat pockets, you're actually able to redistribute all the fat and the juiciness of that fat and flavor.
That's amazing.
Throughout the entire steak and chicken. Yes, it's so awesome.
This is one of those items where for under $12, you can improve all of your proteins from here on out, because using this is going to do exactly what Susie said. Get those marinades infused in, add that seasoning all the way through the meat, not just that crust on the top, which is also delicious, but wouldn't it be great if you had that crust on the top and then also every bite you had just took that seasoning to the next level, or that marinade. It also is going to reduce that marinating time, Susie, because usually what we're waiting for is for all of that marinade to be absorbed and soaking into the protein. Now, when we are pressing this down and creating those channels, I can save time in my marinade process.
Well, absolutely. That's what it's all about. So some of these marinades take a day. I don't even know what I want for dinner tomorrow to try to marinate it for 24 hours. I don't think I've ever done it. Okay, I can barely last an hour when it says.
Me too.
So now you can press down, get that going, make that delicious barbecue, press down the barbecue seasoning, the barbecue sauce inside of your meat. You can do pork, you can do steak, you can do chicken. And here's the best part. You're like, well, gosh, how am I going to clean this? It's going to be so difficult.
Right.
No, it is not. You take the top right off. It just twists off. You pop this entire piece right into the dishwasher as it is.
Oh, that's great. So, Susie, you're just taking off the cap and then everything else. Oh, I see. You're taking off the top. Okay.
This piece. Yep, this piece comes right off. I'm going to pop it right back on. And then actually, you got a great close-up on your side. So here's those little dots on the side. Make sure that those dots are, there they go. Make sure that those dots are reconnected properly after you dishwash to make sure that those are lined up. And then right at the top, you'll see the arrows for lock and unlock.
We have to talk about this, Susie, because I know people are watching right now and they're thinking, okay, but that maybe looks a little bit dangerous. We want to make sure there's safety. So there's a lock and an unlock. So if you twist this and it's twisted over to that lock, that means when I press, nothing is going to happen. So you see it's locked, I'm pressing, I'm squeezing it, nothing is happening. Those blades are going to stay completely secure. So that means that, yes, you have the safety the cover as well, but this is safety in that lock.
Well, absolutely. And so that's going to make it so great when you want to pop it in, because it's compact enough to pop it in your drawer. That's where I usually have it. I have it in the drawer. So every time I need it, I pop it out and then I just do a quick press. And listen, even if it's just salt and pepper, you can get that into the meat even better and just season everything just so much more easily, so much more effectively. And again, most of us, you're just doing the top. You're just doing the top. You're searing, you're sizzling, you're cooking and the whole thing. But how about if we took it and you actually pressed in the seasoning, you're creating flavor channels and flavor pockets for the olive oil, the marinade, the butter, all the good stuff we're putting on the outside. Put that on the inside. And those
Wonderful
are the 72 stainless steel blades, right? That pop
Look at
in
those.
to give you so much flavor.
Wow, a wonderful stocking stuffer, a wonderful little add-on gift, a wonderful little just because gift for yourself or for anyone in your home. Because here's what we normally do, right? You sprinkle the salt and pepper and then you kind of go like this and try to massage it in, right? But then you've got kind of meat hands. So instead, use this more effective, more efficient, and you are today only looking at $11.99. So here are the 5 colors that are available. That is ocean blue, aqua, there's your tomato, your lime, and your cracked pepper. We have no reorder and final quantities. So first day presented at that low price, under $12. Now, Susie's gonna join us throughout the show. She's gonna be back